powerful here.
The palette is immensely important for every artist, and if it isn't, it should be. It's something that you have to consider, because it's a lot more than just aesthetics, or it brings up the question of what aesthetics are. For me, it's like I'm trying to convey something, a feeling or like an intent. And although I want, you know, in some of my work it's very, very bright and colourful, I just can't resist bringing those colours in. Lately I've been trying to move into a much more restricted, darker palette, maybe with a couple colours, 2, 3, 4 colours at the most, and like emphasise one. So the newest piece I've been doing, the main colour would be blue. It's got, like, you know, the blue sky is very, very dominant. And then on top of that, you've got the white and black of like the cow in the forefront. But everything else is sparsely kind of populated. It's an indicator what you're doing. You're leaving signs, and you're formulating feelings, and you're formulating mood for what you do.
So we understand from the time that we did a studio visit and I took pictures and videos of you working, your practice has moved on quite a bit.
Right now I'm working on anthropomorphic animals, animal-human hybrids. They exist in a kind of semi-absent space. I'm playing around with how much of their context I want to show. But it's important to be ever-changing as an artist. When you stop changing, you kind of die. It's part of how it is. Shit. There we go. As a creative, you're like a well, and everything you do is drawn from the same kind of thing, and it's like a kind of soup almost. So you have things like, you know, childhood memories that inspire you, characters that inspire you, artists and paintings in particular that you love and you want to almost replicate, and it kind of like you combine things, and you know, narrative and writing is something that will walk into my practice.
Do you feel like connecting to your old childhood memories, if you don't actively watch cartoons right now, do you feel like that brings you a certain nostalgia of your childhood?
By painting them?
Yeah, do you feel like you're reliving it perhaps? Or?
No. When I paint it, it's very clinical in a way. You know, clinical isn't the right word to use, because it's just like, it's an absence really. It's very, I approach it professionally. I don't look at, like, say when I'm painting a SpongeBob or whatever, I mean, by the end of it, I was trying to take SpongeBob as far away from SpongeBob as he could go. I was just using him as a kind of, as a starting point, and developing what, like, the style that comes from him, and just using him purely for aesthetic reasons. And there's conceptual reasons behind it about relating to people and that type of stuff, but for my own nostalgia, no. My nostalgia, in a way, has nothing to do with it, especially when I'm painting it. Especially, it's very distant. I'm not thinking about it really at all. Well, it's so flat, there's nothing else really going on with it. Because of that, it kind of makes it a bit more ambiguous. That's where the in this, Nelson talked about it being quite ambiguous, and this is why they are. Because of this space right here. So I'm hesitant to work on the eyes, because if I fuck the eyes up, I'll have to go over the space again with another wash, which will potentially ruin how ambiguous the piece is. That's bound to have some fucking weight to it, though.
Thank you. It's very interesting. Thank you for talking to me today.
No worries.
What are you working towards now? Are there any shows we can see you in?
Yeah, right now I've got what will be till January at some point. I'm exhibiting in the Output Gallery in Liverpool on Seal Street. That'll be till January. I've got a painting there. It's like a Liverpool group show. So if you want to see my work and you're around the northwest, go check that out.
Great, thank you.
Thanks very much.